Inside the Circle, episode 7.2. Guys, we got individual rankings coming at you. Sean?
This is where it gets cray-cray.
Uber cray, totes cray, if you will. Let's go 106 to 126. Let's break it down for the masses. People are on the edge of their seat trying to figure out if their name or their kid's name or their teammate's name is going to be on this. Let's break it down.
And if it's not, they're going to tell us 100 reasons why it should be.
Doggone right. Because that's how they roll.
All right, let's start.
106.
106. We talked about at the beginning of the season that there's just 3 heavy favorites here, and then everyone else is trying to fill in their spot here. Nothing's really changed at that point. We still have Mead on top, Transu second, and Chase third here. Do you want to put the schools on there?
I will. I just
Okay.
wanted to make sure I got those because I know the school. I don't know the kids.
Got you. Mead pretty much is still on this district right now. He got a solid fourth up at Brecksville. Hasn't really been challenging any of the OCC duels. Transu has gotten first at Marion Harding since our last show. Then he got first yesterday up at the other Marion tournament.
Yes.
Colton Chase gets fourth at Medina and then second at the Porter. Can we go like numbers? 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4?
I can do that for you.
Okay.
Hey, that's just kind of guy I am, man. I'm
At
here,
number
sir.
4 here, I was debating who I was going to put there. I was either going to go with Gio DeSabato or I was going to go with Zach Collins. I seen Zach Collins up at Old Tangier Liberty in the 2x4, bump up to 13 and beat Zach Furness, which I thought was a pretty impressive win. Then he comes back and gets, what did he get? Fourth at
Mommy Bay.
at Mommy Bay. But then Gio DeSabato comes right back, beats Colton Chase for the Porter Invitational, and then beats Zach Collins 3-2 in the dual meet. So we're going to go Gio DeSabato here, number 4, and Zach Collins at number 5. And again, coming into the season, we knew we were going to have 3 stars. We just didn't know who was going to fill out. And I think at this point in the season, Gio DeSabato and Zach Collins have a clear shot of being the 4 guy to get out at Derby on Saturday, about 5 o'clock. 4 o'clock?
I might, yeah, 4. I like 4.
Okay,
I
okay.
like 4.
So the top
Collins.
hasn't changed in this way. It's just the bottom 2 guys have clearly separated themselves from the rest of the field of who's going to get that 4th spot.
Let's move on to 113
We're
here.
going to move on to 113, and we're going to go, well, there's no mystery here. It's Maddox, and he's probably one of the heaviest favorites me and Mark talked about. If you picked 14 district champions and put like a 14 on the Mush shirts lock, it's probably Jaden Maddox here. I mean, this guy's going to be so far ahead of the rest of the field that they're going to need a search warrant to find him on day 2. So he just that's not good, that's all right. He's just way out there. I mean, he's much the best here, and he'll probably bonus his way all the way through the finals.
I'll do the bad joke, Sean.
Okay. At number 2 here, we're still going to go CJ Campbell, who's been kind of an enigma the last couple weeks. He's a no-show at the Porter. Then he shows up on Thursday in the 2x4 and gets beat by Josh Grant at 126.
Yeah, okay.
I'm really not sure what to make of that, where you go from a no-show to 26. I'm assuming he's going to be back at 13 because he did make scratch already. So,
Yeah.
And maybe he just waited at 20 and bumped up for the match, which is, I appreciate him doing that, and I'm sure so does Western North. But we'll put him in at number 2 right now. At number 3, we still got lead from Watkins Memorial. Again, we talked about how he got second. If you watch the weekly recap, he got second this following week at Marion Harding. He was champ at Old Tangier Orange the previous week.
Yep.
7th at the Greater Miami Valley. Solid kid, solid kid, solid kid. At number 4, a kid that we put a search party out for, came absolutely out of the blue, didn't even know he wrestled anymore, is Austin Smith, who used to be at Tri-Valley last week, was a district placer, is now...
Last year he was there.
Last year is now at Zanesville, gets 3rd at Licking Heights in a surprising loss to me. And as Mark will tell you, I never get on a guy who loses or doesn't look good right out of the chute. But I do think that loss is kind of alarming, where I really thought he should have walked through that
Licking
tournament.
Heights, yeah.
At Licking Heights. But again, it's his first tournament back. Kid's really good on top, really good night wrestler. We'll put him at number 4, but it would not surprise me at all if whoever gets the last spot here on Saturday is some unknown guy that we have not talked about all year.
In front of the camera, because we're always talking about it.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go, 120.
At number 20, another top, it's a solid weight, kind of top heavy to me. Latham from T-Valley, still the head honcho here. Got 5th up at Brecksville, solid kid. He wrestled up at 26 a couple times, won the Porter at 26. I'm assuming he'll be back at this weight. Let me rephrase that. I'm positive he'll be back at this weight at district time. But solid kid, I really like him. At number 2, we're going to move him up a spot. Jackson Laxo from Central Crossing. Kids has some really high finishes. Had 2 close 2-point losses. One to my guy Mario Guino, I really like from Perrysburg up at Maumee Bay. Takes 5th there, but wrestling well. For some crazy reason, if these guys ever were to wrestle on day 1 at Darby, I might take Laxo on that matchup. Day 2, though, I think he might be a little small because he might be a little 13-pounder, but he's finding a lot of success for 20. And maybe him not cutting weight was the best way for him to go with all his high finishes. So Laxo's my number 2 guy right
Who's
now.
my 3?
At number 3, Derek Sharp from Marysville made his debut this week. Solid kid, got 6th at Top Gun. Again, he's been out for a while, so we're not going to get on him too hard there. Looked good. It was kind of a tough weight, so good finish for him. At number 4, 2 guys I'm really not sure, just kind of throwing darts at this weight. We're going with Ty Davis from Mount Vernon and Ty Norris from Thomas Worthington. I think this is the second weight in a row where the number 4 is kind of an unknown, and again, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody who we've not talked about on camera comes out and grabs his spot, because this is, after the top 3, this is really kind of a gray area for us. So
A shuffle, if you will.
whatever.
Told you I got bad
deal.
jokes.
That is a bad joke. Let's
Thank
move
you.
on to number 26. Shakur Laney, kind of a solid heavy favorite here. Made his debut at Top Gun. He got pinned by Jose Rodriguez from Maslin Perry in the semifinals at Top Gun. He was down 9-3 before he got pinned. I thought he was wrestling better than that. I think the match was just closer than the score indicated. So if you see the score and say that he got pinned, it really wasn't that bad. He just kind of got caught in a situation of pins. But I think he's still a kind of heavy favorite here. At number 2, Jake Marsh, a guy we talked about at the beginning of the season, freshman who's just been a whirlwind. He was unplaced in Brecksville, which was kind of surprising me, but then comes right back at Top Gun. Beats Cole Woods, who was a state runner-up last year in D2 at 120, to get 2nd at the Top Gun to the foremost mentioned Jose Rodriguez. So it was a solid tournament for him, and we'll slot him at number 2. At number 3, we're going Chris Volpe, Old Tangy Liberty.
Yeah.
A kid that I kind of was like getting off of at the beginning of the season. I didn't know where he was at, but he seemed to regather himself since he got to 26. He goes to Brecksville. He actually places ahead of Marsh at Brecksville. Beats a kid from Padua, Pateris, who got... he beat Pateris from Padua. He got 5th last year for 7th there. So in a seeding meeting, he would technically be seeded over Marsh since he beat a kid who beat Marsh. But I think Marsh is the more consistent and has a little bit more upside. So I'm going to put Marsh ahead of him right now. At number 4 here, again, the 3rd weight in a row that's just kind of like, unknown to me. It could be another guy that we never talked about. But I'm going to put 2 guys here. We got Josh Grant from Westville North,
Right.
and we have Ben Tate. I'm going to put Grant number 4 here, coming off that big win, plus the pin over a district champ, Campbell, in the dual meet. Again, First Allegheny Heights really wrestling well. Ben Tate has just continued to struggle to me at 126. And me and Mark talked at the beginning of the season about when kids get out of that introductory weight, I don't know why, the statistics just show that they struggle. And Ben Tate, unfortunately, is finding that out. Once you get out of 106, it's struggle. Again, he was the 2 seed up at Maumee. He got pinned in the 2nd round and went unplaced. And I don't think, other than the first term of the season, where he was the 1 seed at the Bad Apple, where he ended up defaulting down to 4th, he's placed in any tournament. Not sure if he's going to stay at 26 or he may move or not, but a guy that's really getting a little rough ride here at 126. But these are the first four weight classes, and stick around, and we're going to get to the next 4.
We most certainly will, and now you are inside the circle.